evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the show. Tonight we have T-Bunny. How's it going, T-Bunny?
It's going.
And below T-Bunny, we got Abby Someone.
Hey.
What are you drinking tonight? Miller. You got Miller. It's Miller time.
Tastes great.
There you go. That's filling. And last but certainly not least, we've got Kurt from Eccentric LLC. How you doing tonight, sir?
Still here, man.
There you go.
They haven't put me underground just yet.
Yeah. You're not suffering another storm tonight, are you?
Dude, no. In fact, it was a nice sunset. Nice sunset.
Good.
It's dark
Cool.
now. It's just, 8:30. It's dark. But yes, thank God it was. But everything's so wet as hell. It rained. It rained yesterday from morning until night, into the night until this morning. It's like everything's soaked. So this is the wet season. Hot and wet, guys. Here in North Carolina, it's hot and wet.
Yeah, hot and wet. We had a little change of pace this morning. The last 2 days has been just a freaking pressure cooker. So, the concrete is boiling, and so is the asphalt starting to melt. So damn hot. But this morning we had a high wind out of the south, so it's coming off of Baja California, bringing in the moisture.
You're in Arizona, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I lived there for about a year.
Yeah,
and it's insanely hot in the summer.
Well, where we're about 50 miles from Baja California, and when the wind blows from the south to the north, it brings all the humidity, especially this time of year. Mm-hmm. So I walk outside and I hit a wall of freaking just steam. It's like,
See, Vegas, I lived in Vegas for 2 years. That's complete. It's a dry heat, I never understood, that in Aliens, that joke, he's like, yeah, man, but it's a dry heat. I never understood I'm like, why is this so funny? I don't get it. And then I moved to Vegas and I'm like, fucking, this is what he's talking about. And
the heat here goes, it starts out as a dry heat, and then as the summer moves on, we get into monsoon season, and then it just turns into like nasty, humid, just it's with the heat. So you're talking like 115 with the humidity, with a high wind. So you're getting blasted with water that's already boiling.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
All right.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. And speaking of nuts, there's a lot of interesting crap going on around the country and around the world about with the internet and YouTube especially, and other platforms, all in relation to as far as we know, all in relation to the United Kingdom's child protection safety BS that they're trying to protect the children from harmful or dangerous content, which is complete bullshit. B-Dog in the chat. How's it going, B-Dog? So what we have here, and I know anybody who's got a YouTube channel knows this, because you have to check off the little freaking box, or you have to choose between one of two boxes. And that stems from implementation of the COPA law or rules from the Federal Trade Commission back in 2019, 2020. It's when they imposed those on platforms like YouTube, where basically you have to prevent children 13 and under from watching inappropriate content. So when we as creators have to upload a video, or we're doing a stream, we have to mark this box. You have two boxes you have to choose from. One says, this is made for kids. And the other one says, no, it's not made for kids. So depending on which one you check will depend on whether you get monetized or not, if you're already monetized. Wow. So I always check the box that says, no, it's not for children.
Right.
Not for kids.
We do.
So the COPA is quite an interesting read in that it's basically it's protecting children from basically personal information gathering. That's what it is, and tracking. So because there are a lot of kids who do have YouTube accounts, but they're typically curated by the parents. They have parental controls, so they can't be exposed to like weird, goofy, crazy stuff. Okay, mostly kids. And then YouTube, when COPA was implemented, they decided to get more into kids friendly channels and stuff like that. So they're promoting those a lot. But we have the COPA here in the United States, and it's, in my opinion, it's working the way it's supposed to. But now what YouTube wants and a lot of other platforms are pushing for is ID verification to make sure that you're not 18 years old or you're not under 18. Okay. And to do this, these platforms, whichever one you're on or whatever, these platforms are, especially let's say YouTube is using something called either you do an ID verification by either scanning your driver's license, or you do some sort of retinal scan with a facial recognition on a video, or you submit a credit card number.
Jesus.
And
if you're a minor, you got to get parental permission to do a retinal scan, don't you? Or any kind of scan like that.
I think because again, it's personal information. It's ID. You can't scan a minor.
No,
COPA won't allow it.
Right.
But anyway, there was a YouTuber that I was watching. He brought up the subject of these 3 verification forms, and the point of the matter was that he brought up and makes a very valid case is that he's monetized, and it took him a long time, but it's very hard work. And to get monetized, to become accepted into the program, you have to submit tax forms, identification, your real name, all this information, so that they can then send you a check. Okay, because they report it to the IRS. Says, so are they going to do an ID verification on my channel if I watch, I don't know, Marvel show, like an old cartoon, like the Spider-Man show from the 90s, or X-Men 97 or something like that, back in the day. One of these cartoons, or just an 80s cartoon. Am I going to get requested to do a verification? He said, they've already got my information on my channel. How are they going to do that? And what's the litmus test for that? So apparently they're going to be doing AI bots, or this AI algorithm will be examining your history, your watch habits and watch history. And then also your content, what you put out as a creator. Now, this is all supposed to start officially on the 13th. So we'll see what happens as far as YouTube is concerned.
Is this only for monetized creators or any creator?
No, this is for everybody.
Wow.
This is for everybody. If they think for some reason the algorithm suspects that you're under 18, they're going to require you to submit some form of identification to verify that you're over the age of 18. Which is crazy.
So does that mean the move to
did you say rectal scan?
Rectal scan.
No shit. It's probably going to come to that, B-Dog, at some point in time. They're going to stick a big hoopy Jew up your butt.
Hoopy Jew?
Hoopy Jew up your butt.
Does this mean your move to Rumble is going to be a lot sooner than you expected?
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
it's going to facilitate it. There's no question there. Rumble pretty much told the UK to pound sand because they don't have any assets in the UK.
That's
Right.
They're still here in the States, so
Right.
they're not going to, because apparently the UK with their child protection, whatever it is a little bit more stringent than it is here, because
Speaking. Yeah. Well, go ahead.
but it's a lot more stringent there, and because
Got UFO? We got
I don't
UFO
know.
invasion. Finally.
Oh, watch out! You're late.
What
What?
the hell is that?
What's going
I don't
on, man?
know. What is that?
Sounds like a fucking transmission.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe they're
what's going on?
they're looking at your YouTube stream right now.
Probably.
They're like, bend over, Wookie.
That shit. Well, rectal scan.
Everyone take turns muting. Like Wookie mute first.
Okay.
No,
Bunny, mute. Bunny.
on Wookiees.
I think it's Bunny.
Is it Bunny? I think it's Bunny.
Yeah, I think it's Bunny. God damn it, Bunny. What are you doing over there, dude?
Bunny. He's crossed his wires.
Don't cross the streams.
There we
Don't
go.
cross the streams.
There it is.
Bunny, look out your window. You may
He's
have a
got
big fucking
feedback.
UFO out there.
He's got feedback. He's got feedback or something.
Well,
I can hear my.
Bunny, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Wow, you're really loud.
I don't hear anything. I'm sorry.
You don't hear anything on your end?
You're really loud too.
Oh, it just. Okay, I don't hear the noise anymore.
You got the feds, dude.
wait a
It's the feds. You're done. That's
I don't
it.
know.
Game over, buddy.
We're done. Good luck. Anyway,
I think it's gone now.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
still
got it.
hearing something in the background. But
it was
anyway,
the black helicopters with the Illuminati.
the
Yeah.
Illuminati black helicopters.
Start with
Who
T,
knows
Bunny.
Fuck, it could be one of my ex-wives for all I fucking know.
That sucks.
Breaking
One?
into-
You have more than one?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Dude.
yes. Unfortunately, I do.
Oh, you
Some
guys.
people don't
Well,
learn.
Because once wasn't enough for him, Kurt.
Apparently, there's a guy
I'm-
I was
I'm
live
a
streaming
glut-
with. Guy I was live streaming with about a week or two ago, and we were talking. And he's celebrating like whatever 16 years with his wife. He's older than us, you know. And I was all like, "Dude, awesome! Congratulations! That's so cool." I said, "You know," and then the woman who was on with me, she's like, "He doesn't understand what's going on here," and the guy's laughing, and I'm like, "What?" She's like, "It's not his first wife." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, she's my fifth." I'm like, dude, I lost it. I just
I'm
slapped him.
behind.
I'm like praising him, like, you know, "Oh, it's so cool of you. You know, you've been married for so long." Fifth, I'm like, dude, you just fucking wrecked me. So there you go, Wookie. Unless
I
did you
will
beat
say
him? You
this.
got 5 X's or just 4?
Yeah, I will
Wookie's
say
having
this.
a contest
I
with
got-
his
I
older
got
brother.
two. I got two
2
ex-wives, and both those marriages combined
Yeah.
don't add up to as long as I've been with number 3. So number 3 is the successful one.
So third time's a charm when it comes to Wookie.
Yes, it is.
All right. That's
And-
good to know.
And for my
Yeah.
wife, it's the same for her because I'm her
Really?
third, and she's my third. So yeah,
What's up with you people, man?
the third.
I've never
number's
married once. I avoided those bullets all my life.
Yeah. Yeah,
Me too.
You too, buddy?
Yeah.
Good man. Good man.
Abby's been one time.
You got married once? Or you divorced? You divorced?
Once.
One.
Yeah.
One.
Was it one of those young, stupid decisions? 21. I love her. I'm gonna get married.
It was a stupid. Oh, it was a stupid decision.
The ones that crack me up are the 18 and 21-year-olds. I'm like,
yes.
motherfuckers, you don't have a clue about life, and you think you're gonna commit for a good fucking life with this one. Yeah.
But Bunny's
Anyway,
dodged that
1950.
bullet.
Good for you, Bunny.
Bunny. Right? You've been solo. You're Han
Well,
Solo,
not
right?
really. For the last 11 years, I've had a
Well, his
partner. It just
roommate-
wasn't married
Yeah, well,
to him,
that's
so,
He had a roommate, but
That's different.
dude. I do that. I've lived with 4 different women. Yeah, so it's like short-term marriage without the fucking legal bullshit. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? It's like
there you go.
everything but marriage except the legal part.
Sometimes that has that may save you.
Oh, it has. Believe me. That's why I fucking do it, because I learned from assholes like you guys who fucking 2 and 3 wives and shit. Why am I broke, living in a shitty little apartment? Gee, I wonder why, man.
Exactly. Yeah,
Those
exactly.
laws are against us, bro.
B-Dog's 20 years.
Mm.
That's right. He's been with his wife for holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. Good for you.
He's actually
I hope
had
you another 20.
He's
I
got
hope
a successful one.
I see. I hunt for successful marriages because my view on society and everything sucks so fucking bad. If I'm looking for the gleam of hope, to give me hope. Like, all marriages can't suck. There has to be good ones. You know what I mean? So there's one. All right, good for you, man. Censorship.
Censorship.
So, yes, censorship. Let me see if I can pull something up here. Oh, wrong one.
Well, there is something pertaining to children in this state that's happened recently. The illustrious legislature here passed a bill, AB 495.
Oh, here we go.
So
Scott Wiener.
The gist of it is anybody can download a form and fill it out and become a guardian of any minor to pick them up from any kind of school or anything like that.
God.
Scott Wiener.
Yeah, Scott Wiener.
So
Perfect
it's kind
name.
of like,
Perfect name.
what the
Perfect
hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, California's kind of fucked up.
A little.
Yeah.
Just a little. Thing is, it always has been. But
Yeah, it always
it
has
was cool cool that way. It was like, if you're born, at least for me, if you're born in the Midwest and all this shit, man, go to California and everything's like open-minded and just variety and cool. Yeah. And it just went to shit. So
Yeah, it does. So let me see if I can put this up here.
Yeah.
You didn't see the news, evidently. Trump had an executive order that pretty much nullifies this.
really?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch.
Nice.
I haven't seen the news.
Yeah, his latest executive order forbids any financial institution denying services based off of content or political stances.
Cool.
Well, there we
Nice.
go. So,
so-
basically, that's good to know. That's good to know. Someone's got they're doing something positive about it. So, what the gist of this article is, and a lot of stuff that's been going on, is that the Visa and MasterCard were pressured by a group out of Australia called Collective Shout. And Collective Shout is basically a feminist organization who hates women. So
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
yeah. So what happened was
They're basically run by trans
Yeah.
men.
God.
train wrecks is what they're run by. So anyway, what happened was this group called Collective Shout. Now they're a professional agitator group. They're basically professional assholes that try to take down websites, companies, and stuff like that. They usually tangle with a lot of the smaller creators. Well, what they did is they were going after. Okay, now I had to educate myself on this because I wasn't familiar wholly with the game ecosystem. But there's online games, and there's genres of online games. These genres obviously are kind of like these subsets of video games. There's horror, there's role play, there's ones that are a little bit more risque, and so those are the niches in video game stuff. And apparently there's about 1,000 of them, different ones. But so what happened was Collective Shout decided to go after these gaming platforms. Well, they really couldn't do anything with them because no one would do anything. So what they did is they went after the process companies that take payments for these games. So people, online will rent it or whatever, lease the game or whatever like that. They'd pay with a credit card, Visa, MasterCard, whatever it was. Well, apparently they were denying these transactions because Collective Shout sent a letter to Visa, MasterCard and said, "Hey, we're gonna say naughty things about you if you don't do what we say." So they, and so the Visa, MasterCard decided to start, disallowing these purchases. And it's a lot of gamers started finding out. The word started spreading through the gamer community. And now we have this article here where it says Visa, MasterCard are getting overwhelmed by gamer fury over the censorship. And basically what it is Collective Shout is just that asshole company or organization that goes out and looks for shit. It's like these lawyers, these attorneys that send out these handicapped people. No, this is how they are. They're like these law firms or attorneys that send out handicapped people intentionally to look for companies or stores or shops violating the ADA, Americans with Disability Act. Okay, there's actually people that legitimately go out there and look for lawsuits. And so they'll send some poor bastard in with a wheelchair or something like that. And if the aisle is, I think what the fuck was, let's just use let's use 40 inches. If the aisle is not 40 inches wide and it's 39 and a half, it's a violation, Again, I'm using the measurement as just I don't know the exact measurement, but that's pretty much like reference. That. Right. Or they go into the bathroom and the turning radius is not, the size of fucking, BMW or some shit. And, or the entranceway is too narrow or whatever the limit is. Or they don't have a ramp. What is it? They don't have a ramp on the sidewalk. There's a ramp, but it's down a little ways, but there's no ramp right in front. So they run around, they look for places to sue and get money from and put out of business, and create all this tension and shit. Well, that's what Collective Shout is like. They go to, and they even said it on their own freaking, their own X account when they were talking about stuff. We're looking forward to our next takedown. They didn't, that's exactly the words they used, takedown. Jesus. So yeah, it's freaking stupid. And these people, this place, Collective Shout, deserves zero sympathy or anything, because, and here's the thing, all their communications and postings and things like this on X and Reddit and all that stuff like that, they're basically it's very, very sexist, because they always talk about men are being violent toward women in these games. Right. They're committing this, that, other thing against women. Okay. But so men are evil. They're the ones doing this, and they're all mad. Men are all mad because we put a stop to their games. Well, how to find out, a lot of these gamers aren't men, they're women. They're women.
Well, a lot of the games that they're shutting down were smaller creators, smut games.
Yeah, exactly.
Those cater almost entirely to the book porn. Mommy set who.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who like?
But there was also, but they were going after the horror ones too. Apparently, in the horror games has a lot of women that play those games for whatever reason. They play those horror games.
Yeah.
And so you have a lot of small creators. There was one of them one of the YouTube guys I was watching talking about this. That came on. They put out a post. The creator of one of the games that got like delisted by Visa MasterCard put out a thing saying that they were going to be giving out free downloads of the game, their horror game, to anybody that visited their website. And so, because what that does is it not only screws the gamer, it's also the creator of the game, the developer. Right. And a lot of this is small stuff. And being a small creator, you don't have the financial backing and the ability to have a very large, powerful law firm, behind you, versus somebody, let's say, like, I don't know, fucking South Park. South Park's got fat lawyers, and so they would crush this collective shout into a dust. But that's what they do. That's their MO. They go out and try to just wreak havoc and mayhem, destroy careers, But
they won't, because Trey and Matt are both cuck sellouts. So
yeah, but no, they no, I doubt they will.
They'd roll right over.
They
show their belly.
They'll steamroller.
Earn their $20 billion.
Well,
they paid for their souls.
Yeah, a lot of some of their fans are calling them sellouts, and I can understand that sentiment.
Well, what way aren't they sellouts? Please, pray tell.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well,
okay.
Well, fuck. They poke fun at every religion.
And they
ignored Joe Biden for 4 years.
Yes, they did.
And Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
And Hunter Biden.
So did everybody.
4 years.
So did everybody.
Yeah.
So did everybody.
But it's their job, supposedly.
Right.
Allegedly.
And have they ever poked fun at Islam? Anybody?
They did. They have. They did. Yeah. They did.
Well, they can write a damn musical.
They did.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
And when HBO took over the catalog, those are the videos that they didn't publish.
Of course.
Well, you have to give me the episode numbers.
They had them on.
As far as I'm aware, they never have.
Well, let's see. The Super Best Friends? The Super Best Friends, they had Muhammad dressed up in a freaking panda outfit. And it still pissed people off.
Okay.
You remember
That's
that,
South
Abby?
Park?
Okay, South Park, yeah.
South Park?
South Park.
Okay.
Yeah, the Super Best Friends.
I stand corrected.
They had John Smith. They had Jesus. They had...
That's right.
They had... was it one of the Hindu ones? I forgot. The blue guy with 5 arms or whatever.
Was that Shiva or something like that?
Shiva, yeah. And Jesus, and they had Muhammad dressed up in a freaking panda outfit.
All right.
And they got a lot of heat for it. Well, matter of fact, some jackass tried to bomb the studio.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Remember they busted that guy in New York?
Of course.
Yeah, there was a guy in New York.
Well, the last 2 episodes they had, one was poking fun at Trump.
I heard that.
They pretty much superimposed his face over the Saddam Hussein character that they had in the movie. And then the last one they did, they're poking fun at Charlie Kirk, where Cartman dresses up as Charlie Kirk. I haven't seen it yet, so it's probably a it's South Park. So,
well, Charlie Kirk and his group went over it today, and they were laughing at it. They thought it was hilarious. So,
yeah.
That shows the difference between us and.
Yeah, but they did poke fun at Islam. Yes, they did.
Okay, all right. I'll give them credit for that.
They poke fun at Scientology too,
and that's what I think.
But
well, actually, no. I think Isaac Hayes' son has come out and said that's not why he left.
No, the Scientology made him leave.
Really?
So if you're a Scientologist, you're controlled by Scientology. And they control what you do and don't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his son said he loved the show.
Yeah.
They made him rich.
Well, they put him back in the public eye.
Put him back in the public eye. Yeah.
But that, of course, Matt and Trey, not only killed him off, but killed him off in the most gruesome way possible. Made sure nobody knew. Everybody knew Chef wasn't coming back. So there you go.
Unfortunately, yep. But holy crap! But yeah, and the suppression angle of it. I mean, look what's happening. Look what's happening in the comic book industry, or what has happened in history in the comic book industry when it comes to places like Indiegogo or Kickstarter. It was Kickstarter actually that started kicking people off the platform for independent comics. Too
patriotic. Too patriotic.
Yeah. And then
you can have all the furries and tranny shit you want, but man, don't have
you can't be patriotic.
Mike Barron did of Punisher fame did a comic book called Private American, and he got kicked off of 4 different crowdfunding platforms before FMC gave him a platform.
Nice.
4 different platforms.
Which? Because I know Kickstarter and Indiegogo. What was the other 2?
Crowdfunder and one more. I can't remember the name of the other one, but Crowdfunder was the one of them.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think it might have been Amazon. I'm not sure, but
that makes sense.
He had 4 platforms kick him off before FMC gave him a platform. And
go ahead.
Well, I told somebody this earlier. I was like, any platform that deplatforms anybody you immediately need to get the hell off of it.
Yeah.
Because if they even people that you agree that needs to be deplatformed, if they deplatform them, they will eventually get to you.
Right.
And so if they show any censorious nature whatsoever, get the hell off of that platform. It's like Patreon, years ago. Patreon. They kicked Sargon the Akkad off of the platform.
Yeah.
And then but people still used them, and then suddenly they went on this spree this month and started kicking people off again. Yeah. And for no reason, no explanation. Yeah. It's like, why are you people still on it? Why are you people still on it?
That's where Subscribestar came about and has become stronger, because a lot of YouTubers have started, just went straight.
Well, it's over. Like let's GoFundMe when they did the thing with the truckers. When they seized the money,
Canada,
and now Give Send Go is like way bigger than they are now.
Yeah. Good.
And it's because they were the parent company for Indiegogo, and they went down so far that they had to sell off Indiegogo, and now who the hell knows owns Indiegogo now?
Yeah.
But they've switched hands. But anytime there's censorious activity in any platform you're a part of, hedge your bets.
Well, you see what they, was it last week? I think it was sometime last week. Somebody posted, I think maybe it was Trump himself, posted on Truth, and then they pulled it over to X, is that apparently, I forgot whatever bank he was dealing with, debanked him.
There was 3 different banks. There was 3 different banks.
Bank of America, Chase Manhattan, and
Bank of America.
Yeah.
Debanked Trump?
Yeah, they debanked him.
This was during all this fucking litigation that they had last year.
Yep.
Oh man. Wow.
That's the reason he did that executive order. He's like, this shit needs to stop.
Right. Yeah.
Because we can't have like these banks making decisions based on censorship.
You got Visa and MasterCard, these processing companies that are censoring the small creators and stuff like that. But here's the thing, Toad, too. The dry run was Alex Jones. about 8 years ago, 9 years ago.
Yeah.
They fucked that guy completely.
They destroyed him.
They destroyed him. They got banks to drop him. They got sponsors to drop him. They got all kinds of crap. What surprised the shit out of me were the banks.
Yeah.
The banks are just up and like, oh yeah, well we're canceling your line of credit, or we're just kicking you out.
Well, that was because of ESG.
Yeah, well, yeah, but this was like 9, 10 freaking years ago.
Right.
No, ESG was put in during the Obama administration. They voted it in a bill, like it was attached to a bill during the Obama administration, like the last few months of the Obama administration. And it came. It was based on something that they're already doing in England, called in Europe. And it's called environmental social governance. Yeah,
some bullshit. Yeah,
and BlackRock and Vanguard,
social and governance.
Yeah, BlackRock and Vanguard were controlling the reins. Yeah,
they need to 86 that. Everybody.
Shit! What they did with him at the Newtown trial, and the parents suing that. I mean, almost $1 billion in fines. And that's they filed in Texas. So Texas, they can't go over a certain amount. So they didn't shut him completely down, but they damn near to the point where he couldn't run his studio anymore.
Well, they tried to seize his studio, but
they tried to.
Yeah,
he went across town and he did a show that day, talking about what was going on. But then a judge issued a stay because they went against his a court order to do it, and so there's been all sorts of shady crap going on with that.
Oh yeah,
now he's running on X almost exclusively now because Elon's giving him a lifeline.
Yeah. I thought someone was going to buy his studio.
Yeah,
I thought
no, they did. They did like seize his studio as an asset, but then the judge is like, wait a second, I never signed off on this. You can't seize things that I haven't signed off on. I'm supposed to be adjudicating this, and so the judge voided it.
Nice.
But they just decided, we're going to seize his studio as an asset without consulting the judge, and the judge is like, wait, what are you doing?
Right.
And so
the problem is the asset is Alex Jones himself.
Right.
Not the microphones and the fucking switchboard and all that shit. It's Alex Jones himself.
Well, they wanted InfoWars, the name, and and the part of the people who bought that were trying to buy the name of InfoWars because they tried to auction it off.
Yeah.
Was the guys at the Onion. They're planning on turning InfoWars.
They're still around.
Yeah, I remember that.
But it's like, how is Onion still in business? Well, they evidently have a lot of deep, dark money that's propping them up. So.
A lot of people in the shadows, a lot of bankers in the shadows.
Yeah.
Well, you wonder how all of these legislators from Texas were able to jump onto a 5 figures an hour jet and
exactly.
And go across the country in the middle of the night. Yeah.
Well, they're not back. They weren't back by 1:00 today, and they are. Yeah, they're going to be arrested if they show up.
Well,
and they're not being paid
in Texas. I think they have to show up by a certain time to do their job. If not,
it was today at 1:00.
They can basically be fired.
Yeah.
They can lose their elected position because they're not doing the job.
Well, Ken Paxton, he was on the Ruthless Variety program, and if you haven't watched that, you need to start watching that show. But he was talking about that. One of the leaders, the minority whip for the House, the Democrat, that he's not going to void everybody's position. He's going to void that guy. That's the guy whose seat he's going to void.
Leader.
And
he's
going to make an example out of him.
Chop off the head of the snake.
But the thing about it is they made a mistake by taking dark money to do this little excursion, because according to Texas law, while there's a special session while they're in special session, you cannot receive any money pursuant to your campaign, or any money pursuant to
money or gifts.
Money or gifts. And so these flights that they took were obviously a third party, and so
a gift.
And so so they made a huge mistake.
Done.
And the funny thing about it is they went to like the 4 most gerrymandered states in the union, and now everybody's talking about how gerrymandered these states are.
Yes, and people are pissed off. They're talking to people
because they didn't know.
Yeah,
they didn't know. No, they didn't. No. I mean, Illinois is ridiculous. We've seen Illinois. It's got like one. It's like up here, curl, and then a twist. You know.
It's all gerrymandered to hell. And then also, I guess they're looking at redoing the census, the qualifications to be on the census. So basically,
he's already ordered it. Yeah, he ordered it.
And then Stephen Miller was on some news program earlier this week, maybe today, that he was saying that 20 to 30, they're just an estimate, between 20 and 30 House seats are manufactured seats through gerrymandering.
Yeah, 100%. I believe it.
100%. I believe it. And, now the Supreme Court is going to be possibly hearing a case about whether or not gerrymandering is actually illegal or unconstitutional.
Some of this gerrymandering was done in the name of racial equality.
Exactly.
And everyone that has been done in the name of racial equality is illegal constitutionally, because you're never supposed to do anything based on race.
Yeah. Yep.
And they've already had like 6 or 7 things this year struck down because it had to do with DEI or equity.
Yeah, exactly.
And so by tying everything to this one issue of racial equity, they have opened the door for one case to fall. If one case falls, which it already has, the domino effect is coming.
Right.
Where everything that has to do with DEI or racial equity and has those names on it are now up for grabs.
Good.
To be
here's the thing, because they've done this gerrymandering in these states, you also know, because then they have these super majorities of Democrats who love censorship. They don't want people talking about the crap that they do. Higher crime, just it's too expensive, and then every city looks like a shithole.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit, like people can't even walk down the fucking street, anywhere, any big city, and not either have to dodge a pile of human crap on the road, needles somewhere, or be mugged by some.
Well, let me point out.
Give you Southern California.
There you go. Okay, let me give you a tale of 2 assaults. Okay, George Floyd. Okay, right. We saw one video that got played over and over again, and it wasn't the entirety of the video.
We saw a
like a very narrow sliver.
It never is. They always,
And it was we didn't get this. Nobody ever released the body cam footage to the like the news media, or at least the news media didn't play it. And there was a complete blackout, and so the narrative was tightly controlled. And suddenly we got this druggie with statues all over the freaking country,
like
some kind of patron, like a patron saint of crackheads or whatever.
I can tell you that basically.
But let me finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Okay, now Cincinnati the other night, jazz festival. It's a bunch of thugs, and happened to be black. Assaulted several white people. And it was more than just this lady, but
it was more than just a couple. That was the main video was the couple, but it was a lot of people.
Yeah, they went after a whole bunch of white people. I mean, they were hunting them basically. And but this one white woman was trying to save this man from being beat to death. And some black guy hauled off and just knocked her cold and left her there on the street. And they were all cheering. They were all, nobody called 911, and they just left her there. And then when the cops showed up, the cops didn't seem like they wanted anything to do with her. And so she went home in an Uber with a possible concussion and brain bleed. And she didn't get a call from. She finally had a detective show up, but that was the first person that showed any concern for her, right? Okay, so the video gets out because it's on X, and because people started talking about it in the new media. The narrative gets out. The narrative that they wanted suppressed. They wanted people not to care about, and so and it gets out. And then Benny Johnson gets a hold or talks to a senator from the state of Ohio who says, why don't we do a give, send, go for her? And as the last I heard, it was over $500,000 for this lady.
Nice.
That's good. That's good.
But she's talking, and she's talking about what happened because the mayor, the chief of police, and some bitch city council lady all said that she deserved it. This is some way instigated.
They wanted to issue a bench warrant for her arrest.
Exactly.
Which is stupid.
Exactly.
And some preacher also said the same thing. Well, why weren't the white people arrested? Because they're the fucking victims.
Well, okay. So the point I'm making though is you got one narrative that got tightly controlled. No information got out. Nobody, there's no way for anybody to get the body cam footage. No way to see any other angles. And so it got tightly controlled, and then suddenly they had their martyr, and they were able to make all these social changes based on this one fentanyl addict overdosing on the street, and cops doing their job, and somebody caught the wrong angle. Okay, which is what happened. Everybody knows that's what happened. Okay, but then you got this other thing over here years later in 2025 that they would have buried, they would have ignored. They wanted to bury and wanted to ignore, but it gets out. And not only one angle, but multiple angles get out. And then they didn't control the narrative. And now they're all in deep shit.
Yeah, they are. Rightfully so. They all need to be in deep shit.
And then Big Balls gets beat down the other night.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that.
I heard about okay, so
help somebody.
He was one of the fucking Elon guys, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Where did he get beat up?
In
so
DC.
What happened was he was out and about somewhere in DC. He was a witness to an attempted carjacking.
No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. What's actually come out?
That's what I heard.
Okay, this is he was out with his girlfriend, and they came out to carjack them, and he shoves his girlfriend into the car and shuts the door, tells her to lock the doors, and tried to fight him off himself.
Oh,
so that was his girlfriend that he was defending.
Oh, okay. Because what I heard was he was just out and about, and someone was getting carjacked, and he stepped in.
No, that was early on. That was a narrative early on, but it's come out since that was
carjacked. He got carjacked.
Was it?
Well, yeah.
Did they get the car? Or no.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
That's good.
Evidently, he fought him off long enough that other people came to help, and the idiots took off. But he got beat up pretty bad. He had a concussion.
He got beat up real bad.
Yeah. But he proved once and for all that his nickname is very apt.
Big Balls.
Right. Yeah. Right. Good
He's
for
only
him. He's a
21
young
years
guy
old.
too. He's like, isn't he like fucking 21 or something?
Yeah, I
Young,
think he's
right?
like 21.
19.
Yeah, he's
19.
very young.
Oh, he's
Jesus
19?
Christ, 19?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
No, he's 20. He's 24. He's 24.
Oh,
He
he's
just
24.
looks like he's
Okay.
19.
No,
Right. I knew he was
everything
young.
I'm looking at it right now. It says he's 19.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
19.
Big balls.
That's nuts. Actually, that's right. Because wasn't he 18? That's how
They're all like
later.
kids. They're all
They're
kids that were part of this dojo.
Another one. What was it? There was a gal that was posting a lot on X. What the hell? She went. I forgot what her handle was that she went by, and she was like 18, 19 or something like that too.
Yeah.
Elon got a bunch of kids to fucking do it.
Yeah, but they're fucking the brains. They're the nerds.
Yeah.
They're the
Yeah.
super nerds. You know.
Hmm.
Well,
The super
well,
nerds.
let's just say that Elon Musk has found a way to weaponize autism.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Hell yeah.
Well, now because of this attack, Trump is threatening to federalize Washington, D.C.
And
Yeah.
he can do that too. He
Wow.
has constitutional authority to do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What would that mean, federalized DC? What does that mean?
D.C.
That will basically takes over the police
Put it under
department.
martial law.
Oh,
Basically put
basically
it-
the feds? Oh, shit.
Yeah, the feds.
Wow.
That's what they did. That's what they did after January 6th. They federalized D.C. That's why
Oh,
they were able to
shit.
put up all these barriers, make it a police
Right.
state.
That's our
Yeah.
fucking capital, and it's like the most goddamn corrupt place in the country. And
Yeah.
crime-ridden. I can't, but it just makes no sense. It's like
To be
Two
honest,
words.
this is where
Two
all of our
words.
leaders are, and there's more crime than anywhere.
2 words: Marion Barry.
Oh,
Not once, but twice. Twice he was mayor there.
Twice.
I mean, you would think.
It wasn't enough to do it once. He had to get busted
Black
twice.
with a prostitute in a motel room, and that wasn't the end of his career in
Went
D.C.
to prison, got out of prison, and got reelected mayor.
Yes, exactly.
Converted to Islam in prison, and then got reelected mayor. Yep.
Oh god.
The only that's
Can't
how, that's
make
how
that
bad
shit
DC
up.
is. That's how bad DC
Yeah,
is.
Can't
DC.
make that shit up.
Yeah, it has to be the worst. You know, everyone thinks LA or Detroit. I think it's DC, man.
DC
It's
is just nuts.
Oh,
And it shouldn't even be a freaking city, to be honest
no,
with you.
it
Anybody
shouldn't.
living there at all.
Well,
Yeah.
well, he's
should-
talking about in the process of federalizing DC. He's allowed to dissolve the DC courts.
Wow.
Imagine that.
That's crazy.
Hey.
He's not the only president that's ever done that.
No, he's not.
Dissolve
There
the whole
is
fucking
president.
district.
Yep.
Dissolve the whole district.
I wonder how long Skeletor is going to stay a judge when he does that.
He'll be going to door collecting toys for twats. Have any used dildos? I can throw them at the WNBA.
Mm.
That guy actually got arrested for that.
Yeah.
He threw that big old green dildo on the basketball court at the WNBA game, and he got arrested.
Yep.
Oh, let's have a moment of silence because
Yes.
Brittany Griner got thrown out of the WNBA. Boo fucking who.
Good.
Oh, she
good.
did?
Oh,
He did?
did.
Oh, yeah.
What? Did they finally
He
did they finally do a testosterone test?
Brett Griner got thrown
Yeah.
out of the NBA.
Yeah, Brett. Let's call him Brett.
The
Not Brett.
fucking
Call him
Russians.
Brett.
The Russians were having a field day with that sucker, man. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
They were. Oh man.
Did they did they finally do a testosterone test on his ass?
Fucking don't know.
Oh, the Russians
wow.
are like, yeah, you ain't a chick. You're a dude.
Mm-mm.
You got a
Well,
Johnson.
the
down
Russians
there.
are laughing their ass off because we got the Merchant of Death back, and we're giving you this bozo. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You get the cosplayer.
Yeah, a woman, quote unquote, who supposedly has a double mastectomy but took shirtless shots with no scars.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
no scars.
No scars. So
And couldn't pass a pat down.
Fuck no.
mm,
Why?
no. Hey, I know. We found our Michael Jordan. Let's beat her to death and let the refs watch.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You know, we gotta transitional, generational talent. I know. Let's beat her to death. Okay.
Yeah.
I like how they're all wearing those short pair. We need our fair share. Oh, so you'll have $36,000 in debt. You'll have $36,000 in debt
Exactly.
because the NBA is propping it up.
The funny thing about that, though, is when Clark's team showed up, the other side already had these T-shirts and just basically handed them to them and told them to wear them.
Right.
And so to keep the peace, they wore them. But that was
our fair share.
That was
before Clark came on the fucking scene. They had 3/4 empty freaking arenas every single freaking game.
Yep.
They couldn't sell merchandise.
They were giving away tickets and shit.
Yes, they were giving away freaking tickets.
Yeah.
Just to have people come in so they wouldn't be completely embarrassed, just partially, and then what was it?
And the way they've been beating on that chick, Bill Lambier was like calling them thugs.
yeah. No shit.
And he would know.
Damn.
Yeah, Bill Lambier was like, man, they are beating that poor girl.
Yeah. That'd probably be like the Hanson brothers.
Good old Bill didn't play basketball. He just beat the shit out of people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's called the Jordan rules, okay?
Yeah.
They used to he used to go up for a dunk and they would just grab him out of the air and slam him onto the ground.
Talk about suppression. Holy hell.
Yeah.
Come on, Bill. It's basketball, not hockey.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask a question
everybody
here.
still hates that guy, by the way.
I gotta ask a question of the two comic book aficionados, the two comic book people. I'll ask. I will. Yeah. I'll ask Kurt first. Kurt, have you experienced suppression or censorship with doing your books?
Amazingly not. But it's because I'm like a fucking ghost. I'm not successful. I'm not out there. And that's the double-edged sword. It's like, be careful what you wish for. Yeah. It's like the minute now, see, if for some fucking miraculous reason my campaign went boom, skyrocketed to 5 figures, even 20, 30, which to me is like insane. Like nothing I do will ever hit that. But let's just fantasize for a minute and say I started hitting 30, 40, 50, like some of the big campaigns.
Yeah.
Then they target your ass because it's all jealousy. I swear to God, I have surmised after the last few years of just watching how fucked up our society and everything from every aspect. Envy is the shit. That is what's fucking destroying everything. They don't care if you're like my level, making 1,000, 1,500, 18,
Yeah,
but
small.
the minute you're making 50, 60, 70,
Yeah.
they come after you. And they try to cancel you and destroy you and spread rumors and all this shit. Why? Because you're successful and they're not. They're miserable and misery loves company. It is misery. And so that's the fucking devil. The good news is I do some fucked up shit in my books, No one fucking gives a fuck. Why? Because there's like fucking a handful of people that orders that have them.
Yeah.
Because I cater to I call it a target specific crowd. Like my books, there's like 4 or 5 check marks. It's this, is this, is this, is this, is this. None of that is popular in the mainstream. You know what I mean? So the good news is I can do some fucked up shit and get away with it. I don't know. Wait, you fucking cancel me? Who's my boss? Me? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
How's this gonna work? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, but like I said, that's me. But if I became successful, popular, whatever the fuck it was, that's when I get nervous. Because see, now you got some cool shit to lose. When you got 30, 40, 50 grand in the campaign, and then they come after you, now you're scared. Because they're like, if they shut this down, this is gonna suck. I may lose this money or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, part of me is blessed or lucky that I'm a fucking ghost under the radar because I can keep doing this shit and not worry about anything. But you're not successful, you know? So there you go. So I personally have not been, knock on fucking wood wherever the wood is, because that would just fucking piss the living. I'd probably go ballistic and I don't even want to say. I really would be I would fucking turn demonic and go after anyone who fucking.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah.
It's now, in your opinion, are these other creators, or is this just like
anyone and everyone, dude? It's other creators, it's enemy creators. You know how the fucking shit is, and
I've seen what they've done to freaking
everything's tribal, and this tribe is fucking hating that tribe, and this one is, and this one secretly backs this, and this one. It's a fucking disaster, and that's why I'm a goddamn ghost. I don't want to deal with any of it. Fuck all you guys, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And it's like, but I would say the majority of the sabotagers are the backers of whatever. It used to be the wokies, the fucking blue-haired mob. That's who was taking people down, and that's why the whole goddamn fight started, because normal, quote unquote, comic book creators were getting fucked up by the woke mob, LGBTQ and all that fucking bullshit. And so they band together and they said, fuck you guys, and that was that battle. Well, that battle, it seems to be, is faded, if not disappeared. It doesn't seem like the radical left is doing that anymore. You know what I mean? Because things have kind of changed, kind of shifted. So, but now, okay, so that major enemy, the original one that I signed on to protest or whatever, they basically faded. So who's the current enemy themselves? The tribes. This group is this group. And so now it's all this fucking smaller scale, messy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whatever, man.
But Bunny can attest to the tribes when he made the mistake of trying to talk with Eric July, and his minions dogpiled Bunny like relentlessly.
Yeah.
It was, and everything else. So.
No, what happened? What happened was FMC had just launched, and we're still trying to get the word out about this free speech platform. And I was mentioning the security of the website because people were all concerned about website security. And I mentioned that it had corporate level security as opposed to plugins like people like Eric July use.
Oh, you compared him to? Oh god,
he was kind of compared a little bit. Yeah.
Clint, here's the gun, man. Here you go, brother. And the rope and the electric chair and everything else. T-buddy, have a seat.
Well, because they not only went running to Eric July, the little bots with like 2 followers went running to Eric July, and he came down on me. But he also came down on FMC.
Eric July himself came down on you?
And he also came down on FMC, and so I bit the bullet and kind of said, "This is all me. This was not Luke." And so I got the dog pile, but they still went after Luke, but but not as bad because I took all the heat and just ruined. Had a whole bunch of people walk away from me, and just overnight.
Tumultuous time.
Well, yeah, but the thing about FMC though is I'm privy to stuff behind the scenes, and I've been privy to several campaigns that people attempted to cancel, and you would be surprised that cancel attempts have happened all sides. Okay.
Yeah.
We've got Bosch Falston, who is anti-Islam. He has a comic book that's anti-Islam, and so we had people were like sending out letters to Luke about bombing his house and crap.
Jesus Christ.
And then you have other ones like when EVS decided to bring his toy car campaign over to FMC. Yeah. So we had a whole bunch of people coming after us about that one. The usual suspects that try to cancel EVS every chance they get.
Yeah.
But then we also had John Delarose show up, and we had people actually went to Games Workshop. They actually went to Stripe trying to cancel.
God damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so
the censorship mob and suppression mob, they're just a bunch of freaking unhappy, just depressing individuals.
It's like I told somebody. I was like, "You're going to try to intimidate Luke Stone." The dude died. The dude was in a COVID coma. He walked in heaven. He met Jesus. Jesus sent him back. Good luck intimidating that dude. I mean, have fun with that. You are not going to intimidate that dude. You're just not. He's on a mission. He's on a mission from God.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
He's
on a mission from God.
Or is it a partnership? Like,
no, he's the guy that runs it all behind the scenes.
So he has nothing to lose. He'll defend it to the fucking end.
So, yeah.
Again, good luck. Even taking that aspect out of it, just from a business point of view, he's like, fuck you guys. I'll go down with the ship if I have to. I don't give a shit. So wow, okay.
And you know it's funny because how many years has it been now, Bunny, since it launched? Has it been 3 years?
How long, Bunny? How long has that FMC been around?
Yeah, it's been 3 years. Yeah.
Three. Okay.
Yeah,
about 3 years.
And a bunch of naysayers were saying it wouldn't last a year.
Yeah.
We've already. It's already raised. It's already raised over $1 million for backers.
Nice.
So.
Nice.
But
there's
it
a
runs
lot of
almost
campaigns
exclusively off. Yeah. And I still got the 1% fee right now because
which is insane.
Tips. Yep. But it's got a voluntary tip system.
So low. That is, like I said, my fucking campaign right now is on Indiegogo, and it sucks. I hate it. But it's like I had to learn for myself because everyone kept talking about Indiegogo. Fucking years. I mean, all the big guys are Indiegogo. I'm on it, and I'm actually doing less than when I was on Fund My Comic, and I didn't even do that great on Fund My Comic, but I still feel like it's better, and it's like, okay, fuck Indiegogo, then I'm just gonna stick to it. And I almost felt guilty going to Indiegogo because I had done 2 campaigns on Fund My Comic, and they're so fucking cool because they're personal. When I have a problem, like I'm DMing them. I don't know who the fuck it is, but I've had one from this person to this person, and I'm like, hey, who is this? And they're like, oh, this is so and so. I don't know who the fuck it is. But they're like right there, they're talking back and forth on DMs, back and forth. Like that fucking night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the customer
service doing that with Indiegogo. Indiegogo, they don't give a fuck, especially when you're like a small creator like me. They don't give a shit. And so
you got the customer service.
FFC does, whether you're a big creator or a small creator. Now, obviously, for monetary reasons, they favor the bigger creators. But, dude, they were promoting my dumbass. I didn't have shit for fucking backers. They're retweeting my shit and saying, "Oh, this looks cool. Check them out." Yeah. Indiegogo doesn't do that. You know what I mean? It's
no.
So I'm like, there was all this cool shit that I got used to with Fund My Comic. And I'm like, I still have to try Indiegogo for myself. I want to know myself how it is, right?
Well, let me give you an example.
Censor me, but it sucks.
Pete Samiti runs Alterna Comics.
Yeah,
and it's a brand that's been around since the late '90s. He's been in comic book shops. He's a legitimate creator. Okay.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get anybody to talk to when Indiegogo stopped paying him. It took him over a month to get somebody to get back to him from Indiegogo.
Wow.
FMC, however, he was able to run a campaign over there for the printing press that he started up. And not only did he get his money the day of, he was able to switch it over to getting the money every time somebody paid or somebody bought a tier. And because FMC's got that option, Indiegogo or Kickstarter do not have that option.
Right.
And so you get the money the day of. You can take that option at FMC and get the money the day of. And Pete's like, he's like, well, people expect to see me at Indiegogo. He says, but any significant thing I do is probably going to wind up being on FMC.
The other thing that really sucks about Indiegogo that FMC is really cool. I got used to FMC, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's try this. And then I'm just like, this sucks. I want to go back to FMC, which I'm going to. Any campaign from now on, I'm sticking with fucking FMC. And this fucking Indiegogo automatic tip bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, so my backers back me, and they don't have a choice. It's like, oh, here's $5 or whatever the fuck they take.
Well, you have to set it to manually to 0, or it's $11 right off the top.
Jesus, right. I don't know what I set it to. I think I caught it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this about? Automatic. That really pisses me off because FMC is. Hey, if it'd be cool, contribute $1. I mean,
Yeah. On FMC, you have to check the box and put in an amount.
And every one of my backers, because they would tell me, they'd message me or fucking the 10 different ways you can get hold of me. They'd be like, hey man, I gave him a little tip. Hey man, I gave him a big tip. Hey, so that's fucking cool. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Forcing it is bullshit. And that's it's like,
well,
I will tip the living shit. I will fucking tip you as much as I pay. I swear to God. I feel doing the bill's $100, a fucking $50 bill, and I'm tipping them like $25, $30.
Yeah,
like, are you fucking insane? I'm like, hey man,
it's like
cool.
But
when you force it, if someone's like, oh, so you have to pay us $30 tip on a $50 tip, I'm like, fuck you, I'm out of here. That's right.
Exactly, just like what restaurants were doing, and other places were doing, where they're forcing tips where automatically they add like X percentage to your freaking bill and as a tip. It's not the tax, it's not any of the stuff you've eaten, it's a fucking tip. It's automatic, minimum of X percentage, and that's a big turn.
Well, you know what they're doing? You know what they're doing here now is
what are they doing?
You get
California.
Your bill. You get your bill. Yeah, you get your bill. There's a space for the gratuity and stuff where you can put it in and stuff like that. But you look at the bill, it's itemized. You get your taxes and stuff like that, and then it says service fee. And and it's like, what the hell is that? And you got to fight with the manager to get it removed.
Service.
Well, anybody that uses Indiegogo at this point, this is basically what they're doing.
Oh, victimize me, daddy! Victimize me, daddy!
Don't do that. That's gross.
What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? What happened to my camera? Freaking
it does. It's like
keep it your camera.
I thought, like I said, because I'm like, well, a lot of people using Indiegogo, it can't be that bad, can it? And again, because I'm a small creator, it's not bad. They don't fucking know what the fuck I'm doing, and they don't care. No. And so it's no problem. But the automatic tip shit really fucking bothers me, because it's like my backers, man. My campaign is $15. That's pretty low. That's low. And most campaigns average 25 to 35. I'm like, no, I'll give you shit. I'll give fucking 15, right? So you're gonna get a $5. You're gonna force a $5 tip out of it. That I'm like, this is bullshit. And the fact that they don't promote at all. I mean, unless you're here, Shane Davis, you're on the front fucking page with his 6-figure campaign. My dumb ass. No, they don't let them care. So it's like,
you're out on the island over there in the back 40 somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, when people come to FMC wanting to cancel somebody, this is Luke Stone.
Who gives a shit?
Yep. That
I remember what I forget exactly what it was, but he basically did that like publicly on Twitter, kind of saying, "Yep, I hear you all, and guess what? Go fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you."
yes.
Next, I mean, he just didn't care. And I'm like, that's cool. That's how it should be,
Yeah.
man.
That's
You know?
that's what you call a non-censorable platform.
Yeah.
You're not going to pressure anybody to censor the content that's there. That's the whole point of that platform, is to abate any kind of suppression, censorship, or any kind of influence, any kind of mafia type activity to force the platform to deplatform somebody, which is tantamount to being criminal in the first place.
Right.
Holy shit. My opinion on a lot of that shit is it should be criminalized, especially when they get to the point where they're doxing people and having them swatted. I think personally swatting should be a federal felony, punishable with terrorist predicates, because that's exactly what it is.
It's domestic terrorism.
It's attempted murder.
It's a domestic terrorist murder, and it's federal, and so you're fucking done. Ain't no local bullshit. It's federal.
And I don't understand why it keeps happening. It's like an anonymous call. And they can't track it. They can't trace it.
Yeah. Bullshit. They can fucking trace it. If they can track down all the January 6 people who were milling around on the freaking front lawn.
Exactly.
They can sure as a shit find who made a phone call.
Or being invited into the state house.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is everybody that's in these message boards that do shit like this, they know where the call spoofing software is, and all of them have it downloaded to their phone. So,
yeah, it's they can still track them.
People are the venal, small-minded, and quite frankly evil enough to swat anybody. Usually they're part of the same groups, and they all have assets.
Yeah, it's like that is a greater version. That's a greater scaled version of what we deal with in the cut and comic industry, where groups of people come after this guy or this girl or this guy.
Yeah.
And that's bad enough. That pisses me off enough. But the swatting's, that's a ridiculous level. Now you're talking about getting fucking killed by fucking SWAT in your own home accidentally.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
how many times, I think it's about 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times, that Tim Pool was spotted at his studio on live when he's streaming.
On air.
On air, he was swatted 4 times. So the last few times, after the first one, he put in a gate and hired armed security.
You have to.
And so now, it's insane. The amount of crap, and that's a form of suppression. That's censorship.
It is.
It really is. It's the communist form of suppression. They'll just knock on your door at 1 o'clock in the morning and drag you away, and you're never seen again.
Yeah.
Right.
Or the fear of that. See, then that's what happens. Suppression is also simply fear. So they make an example out of this guy or this girl or whatever, and then everyone else in the same boat doing the same or thinking about doing the same thing, then now they're terrified because they're like, oh, fuck, I don't want to be taken away in the middle of the night or swatted or demonetized. That's the suppression. It's simple fear. Dude, it's a Star Wars quote. The fucking Star Wars quote. Remember Tarkin? Fear will keep the local systems in line.
Yeah.
1977, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, and that line is like, oh wow, that's happening today. Imagine that.
Yeah.
It's like,
The thing is, though, something that will definitely put a kink in a lot of these idiots' freaking plans is you have to make an example of one of these fucking jackasses.
Yeah.
They need to be arrested. They need to be tried, and they'd be thrown away in a deep, dark fucking cavern filled with snakes.
they need to be publicly thrown around like a fucking Raggedy Ann doll. Some fucking asshole that swats somebody.
Yes.
This needs to be on every fucking platform and newspaper, and fucking all the news saying, yeah, this is the guy responsible for swatting this guy and this blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And
they need to be made an example of, and in my opinion is that needs to be made a federal felony crime.
Yes, it should be. And why
that's the only way you're going to frickin', that's the only way. And
it's domestic terrorism is what it is.
Yes, it's domestic terrorism, but they need to specifically make that law.
Right. Right.
It needs to be specific.
Because there's repression. Because then those assholes will be afraid they'll get caught. Because if they're caught, they're done. See what I'm saying? It's I swear it's suppression warfare. Is that a term? Is there suppression warfare? Because it's like this side's doing it to this side, this side's doing it to this side. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, it's crazy. But what they're trying to do is, like you were saying, fear will keep the local systems in line.
Right.
Basically, it's dystopia. It's dystopian. And fucking, it's like Russia, USSR.
Yeah. 1984.
You know, you walk down the block to the local freaking food bank with your bucket for your milk and a bag for your cheese ration. Yeah. And you got to wait in line for 5 hours to get it, you know?
But socialism's cool because AOC
socialism's cool. Oh, it's like there was a meme out there that, no one's done it. They didn't do it right. And some guy's got a fork and he's sticking it in a freaking light socket. Oh, it wasn't done right. It's always failed every single freaking time. It's always failed miserably with death and misery and suffering and freaking just, it's insane.
Yep.
But these people that are pushing it have been brainwashed or conditioned to the point of where if they hear something that's completely contrary to their programming, they fucking melt down. They get violent.
Yeah.
And it's nuts. I mean, case in point, I just saw a video, and I wish I hadn't seen it because it raised my fucking blood pressure. Jackass.
Not hard these days.
Some guy, no kidding. Some 28-year-old buffoon decided it was a good idea to beat the shit out of not one, but two elderly individuals. Meaning they were over 70 years old.
I didn't watch this.
On the side on the street, they were where the hell? Anyway, they were praying or some shit somewhere in America, and this asshole took it upon himself that they weren't talking to him. They didn't do anything to him. Didn't approach him. Didn't look at him. Nothing. He ends up tackling both of them and kicking one in the head, beating the shit out of the other guy.
What race were they? Were they black?
No, they were white. No, they were white.
Oh, they were. Wow. No way. Really?
He's white. And the perpetrator was white, and the two people that he beat up were they were part of the blue-haired Bloody Mary group. They were old and they're white, and they finally caught the guy, but because they're in a blue freaking state,
did they free on bond or something?
He gets a year suspended sentence. And I don't know how long for he's got it's a home sentence for a year, and
he got fucking let off. He basically
he got off with a slap on the wrist for basically putting two people in the hospital. Possibly
elderly people in the hospital. Which just again targeting targeting children and targeting the elderly. That's evil, dude. You got to be an evil.
It's evil. You're a coward if you do that shit.
Yep. That's putting it nicely.
But obviously, it was in a blue city in a blue state.
So
they get off. But that's another form of suppression, intimidation. So you send the crazies out to these little protests that mom and dad are protesting the school board because they gave little Mary and Johnny a fucking 8 Ways to Masturbate book or some bullshit, right? So they're over there protesting, but you ship in these psychopaths that are violent, that have no fucking life.
Right.
You know,
They're getting paid. They're paid agitators, by the way. They're paid
agitators to go over there and throw shit at people and call them names and use loudspeakers and shit to drown them out and all this other crap. You know, that right there is suppression. Mm-hmm. But again, like you said, they're paid. Mm. And what needs to happen is all those motherfuckers that are writing checks to pay these idiots need to be in prison.
Yeah.
For, I don't know, RICO.
And that's traceable. See,
that's
any
traceable.
Money transaction, especially when you're putting fucking ads on bulletin boards, which people find.
Oh, fucking Craigslist. Holy shit.
Yeah. Craigslist.
Dude, you can trace all that shit. And why they don't fucking bust them is beyond me. You know what I mean?
Dude, if I was in charge of the feds, I would have a field day with that shit.
Yeah.
I would be smiling all the fucking time, man. Yeah, we're going to fuck you and fuck you and fuck you. We're going to trace your shit. But a lot of it,
guess, you know, it's just there's so much corruption in all. I mean, it seems like every aspect of life, not life, our fucked up society, right? It ain't the fucking planet and nature that's corrupt. It's fucking nature. It's us. It's our fucking people. It's society that's corrupt. But it's like goddamn aspect. I mean, name an aspect of our society that is not corrupt. I don't fucking know of any.
I can't think of one.
Anyone?
You can't
give me one.
Because they've all been sullied by some form.
Eventually it always comes out. It always comes out like a food donation line. I guarantee someone's somehow stealing something behind the scenes. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is.
Making money off it somehow.
Somebody. Yeah. It's so fucking tiring. That fucking meme. I love that meme of that Asian guy. I'm so tired. From with a Squid Game. What the fuck is Squid Games? I think it was.
Yeah,
meme. You know what I'm saying? That dude who's like, I'm just
smile.
Oh God.
Well, it goes back when you talk about even a fucking food bank. You know, the only person, and I don't have to say this, and Bundy might have exception to it, but the only person who actually probably more than likely ran a very honest soup kitchen was Al Capone in Chicago.
Yeah.
He actually ran
during the Depression.
During the Depression, he had a soup kitchen, and he fed the homeless out of a food kitchen. From all the fucking racketeering shit that he was privy to, he spent a little bit of it and was helping out some people, you know.
And isn't that amazing? That's a quick note that the criminals, the mafia, right? The criminals did a better job of handling crime in their neighborhoods than the government or the authorities.
Or helping people.
Or helping people. Because those neighborhoods, if it was a mob-run neighborhood, good luck. As in, you better walk the straight line or you're
Wookie?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Part of the RICO charge that they got Al Capone on was the fact that he was using the soup kitchens as a front to recruit runners. So
but he paid for the food.
Good thought.
He paid for the food.
Nice try, Woogie. Nice try. It's a thought.
He used it as a front. It was a front.
And they still criminal, always a criminal.
Hey, Bunny.
Out of all the examples.
Bunny, thank you.
What?
Who gives a shit?
Dude, there's a pizza place in Vegas. This daylight pizza operating place that there's shit going down because there's never anyone in there eating pizza and ordering pizza. And guess whose dumbass went in there one time and ordered fucking food. Because I was new. I had no clue how shit worked in Vegas, and so I went there, and the motherfuckers fucking they gave me food and shit. They were actually really nice because they were probably like, "Wow, we haven't done this in fucking weeks.
We haven't done this
get
in a
this
while."
fucking guy." Yeah, but then people are like, "You went there?" They're like, "Dude, don't you get it? Like, what?" They're like, Anyways, but yeah, so
Yeah, no
they still
kidding.
do that. They're still doing that. They're using legit places for fronts for their shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But my whole fucking point was is neighborhoods run by the mob weren't riddled with crime. There wasn't needles and shit in the streets and the shit going on. They because they fucking in a way they suppressed, they controlled with fear.
They controlled.
They weren't suppressing the people that lived there. They were protecting the people that lived there because the people that lived there were given
for a price.
For a price. But again, okay, so is our government protecting us for free?
No.
Do we pay for protection to the police and the fucking feds?
Yeah, but the police aren't breaking my fingers if I don't pay on time.
Yeah, but the SWAT will come in and fucking fill you full of holes with a phone call. They'll kick your door down and fucking blow you away with a phone call. Somebody has a comic campaign, and I don't like what he's drawing because he has an American flag with 6 SWAT on him and fucking blow his head off. There you go. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I take crack knuckles personally. It's like, okay, it'll fucking heal. It's cool. So I mean, I'm not promoting mafia. I wouldn't want to thought. I don't want.
I'll tell you what.
You can't argue the fact that when they were involved, the only criminals for them. They don't like competition. They wouldn't let thugs fuck around.
No.
You think the fucking mafia would deal with BLM and Antifa? Could you fucking imagine? I would pay to see it. I would pay to see the mob deal with them. I would say, here's my cash. Take it all. Here's my car. I want to witness what you guys do to Antifa and fucking BLM. Yeah. Dude, it'd be fucking beautiful. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
long ago, and my first wife, when we first got married,
full circle.
Wife number one. When I was married to her, she actually we used to go. Her and I used to go to several different parties through people that she worked with in the real estate industry. And she was a junior underwriter. That's what she was at the time. And so she had a lot of different friends. We'd go to their houses here and go to their house over there. And they'd have like food, drinks, whatever. Well, we went over, there was one we went to and her friends, and she knew most everybody. Well, there was some people there, older, a couple older guys. One guy was very frail. I don't know how old he was at the time. He was probably in his late 60s, early 70s. And then there was another gentleman who was probably in his early 60s, but he was big, huge, goatee, long hair, pulled back in a ponytail, right? The big guy was with the Hells Angels at one time in his life. And he was... But he did, let's see, he did mechanic work for the mob. And the small frail guy was an attorney, retired.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the same employers.
Yeah.
But both of those guys told me a very similar story in that when Vegas was run by the mob, when Vegas, all 100%, casinos, everything.
Yeah.
If you went into the casino, it didn't matter which one it was, you go to the casino, and if you won, okay, and you got cashed out, or you've got your chips, and you had to go to the bathroom, and you laid them on the freaking counter, you sat them on the counter, they would be there when you came back.
Right.
Nobody gonna touch that shit.
Yeah.
Because they will go out the back door and you'll never see them again. They'll be.
Think about it. Hollywood celebrities, Marilyn Monroe, the Rat Pack, Hollywood celebrities with their diamond earrings and expensive clothing could walk at night in Vegas without bodyguards and protection. Wow.
Yeah.
And they weren't worried about someone running up and grabbing their earrings or their purse or their watch.
No.
Dude, they walked without bodyguards wearing millions of dollars in public, and they weren't worried about a fucking thing.
Well,
that's the goddamn protectionist.
There's a story that Don Rickles tells. I mean, you've probably seen that clip of him.
Oh yeah.
He tells a story. He was at one of the Vegas hotels. This was in the, I don't know, it was the early 70s, mid 70s. And of course, Rickles was friends with Frank Sinatra and a lot of other entertainers.
The Rat Pack
ran with him.
He was friends with Rat Pack. He wasn't part of it, but he was friends with him because he was with Sinatra. He made Sinatra laugh, and Sinatra loved him for it. So one time that someone lifted Rickles' wife's jewelry.
Yeah.
I think out of the hotel room. And so he tells Frank, he says, hey, Frank, someone, my wife's earring set or whatever is gone. So Frank says, okay, you don't worry about it. Go enjoy your day, and I'll be back. So he goes, and he talks to somebody, and lo and behold, later that night, miraculously it was found somewhere.
Right. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
It's like, is this it? Oh yeah, that's it. Okay.
And later that night, they discovered another body in Lake Mead.
Yeah.
They said, "Hey, what's this metal barrel doing here floating in Lake Mead? Let's open it up, Jake. Okay. Hey, that's a fresh body. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You heard when Lake Mead. You heard when Lake Mead, when the water level in Lake Mead, it was littered with barrels.
Oh yeah, fucking bodies and shit.
Yeah.
That's no bullshit. That's no rumor. That's no stories.
That's
That's
some
the
shit.
people.
The 50s and 60s.
They took them to the desert and they fucking put them in Lake Mead. Period.
Yeah.
And then they drove off and they had a cannoli or
Old
whatever.
sunken boats and shit too.
Speedboats,
and whatever.
Cars and
That's
shit.
how it is, man. That's Vegas,
Oh shit.
So, anyways, dude, we're at an hour. We're over an hour and a half, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
we might
hungry.
call this. I'm supposed to help the wife do something. So. Anyway, great. Okay, thank you everybody for being on tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Abby, thank you. Kurt, thank you so much, my friend, for coming on. Everything.
Yeah, thank you.
It's late night for Bunny and Kurt. They're in North Carolina.
Yeah, I'm eating dinner yet. This is my dinner time. I'm fucking starving. I gotta eat.
I gotta go make dinner.
All right. Bunny, what's going on tomorrow night?
I think we're going to have to cancel tomorrow night.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Your boxing stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
That's okay. Abby was going to be busy anyway, right?
Yeah, I was going to be busy on a stream, but we're not doing it now, so I won't
Not
be busy
doing it now, so darn it. It was going to be the Scientology one too, wasn't it?
Well, you never followed through with that.
Wow.
Well, funny, you mentioned in the trend about Scientology being the subject. Funny thing, me and Wookie were talking about Scientology that afternoon on the car my drive home. I called him and we started talking. We could do one on Scientology, and then lo and behold, it pops up and we're like, oh crap.
Well,
guys, you're all connected. You're all connected.
I know, right? I think the boys in South Park did a pretty good job on Scientology myself. So
yeah.
Well, I mean, I was thinking maybe the angle could be with Scientology right about psychology.
Are
they right about psychology?
I mean, you never know.
Well,
I mean, there were.
I don't think they're lying.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they're lying. All those psychotropic drugs they got floating around in those hospitals and shit.
And that's all they do. Take a pill for this. Take a pill for that. Take a pill
well,
for
you know,
this.
it's an old Rockford Files episode. Head on the post. They gave a guy drugs and he would be all comatose. Head on the post. And when he got off of me, he started speaking. He started talking. Come to find out he was somebody important. Anyway.
Right.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thanks in the chat. Looks like B-Dog was the only one there in the chat. We had a great night, a great discussion, even though we got off the rails the last hour. So
We always do.
We always do.
What I tell you, 5 minutes, the
That's
rest
spontaneous.
is just blah, blah.
It was longer than 5 minutes. It wasn't that short. So
Right.
anyway, great.
This time.
All right, everybody. Have a great evening. And
All right, guys.
B-Dog, adios, amigos.
Adios.
B-Dog, thanks for being in the chat. All right, have a good one.
We all just want to party. Yes, yes, we don't care what we're told. No, we only just